guys, welcome back to another episode of the Exceptional Scrum Master podcast. My name is Yinka and I remain your online Agile coach. Now, in today's episode, I have a very interesting topic for us all. But before I get into it, I have three important information that I'd like to share with you. Now, the very first information is this. I recently found out that over 70% of the people who watch my YouTube video are not subscribed to my video. And that is very, very sad. So the first information I have for you is this. Please, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So yes, you watching right now, I know you haven't subscribed to this channel. So please go ahead and subscribe. Like this video, share with your friends. It makes me happy. And the more I'm happy, the more videos I get to make. Now, the second information I have for you is this. If you missed out on my 5-day Become a Scrum Master Masterclass, I've got good news for you. I have all of the videos up on my website and you have the next 5 days to watch each of those videos. So I'm extending, the life of that masterclass. So if you missed out, you are in good luck because you're going to get the opportunity to watch it for the next 5 days. So click the link in the description of today's video so that you get immediate access to get watching. We got lots of beautiful reviews from that masterclass and almost everyone who left a review left an amazing review. All of them were excited that I created this masterclass because it was definitely a life-changing for people who are hoping to become Scrum Masters. Now, the third announcement that I have for you today is this. Guess what? My next group coaching program is now live. We're going to be kicking off January 10th, 2024. So it's only a few weeks away. And guess what? You can register starting today, okay? So if you're looking for a coaching opportunity, if you're looking for a mentorship opportunity, if you're looking for a place where you can practicalize what you have learned, then the coaching program is definitely the right step for you to take. Because in this coaching program, you're not only going to learn what it takes to become a Scrum Master, you're going to practicalize what it means. So you're going to, be in a real work situation where you get to work as a Scrum Master for 8 weeks. It doesn't get better than that. So if you're looking for that opportunity, click the link in the description of today's video so that you can sign up for it. Okay? So now that we've got all of the announcements out of the way, now let's get back to today's video. All right? So now, in today's video, I want to share quick tips on how to be a valuable Scrum Master. Over the last few weeks, I've been seeing several messages shared across social media, and it relates to the Scrum Master role. Many organizations laid up a few people. I didn't even know that they were laying off people. Okay, but I heard it, that they're laying off people and the Scrum Master role is no longer required and whatnot. First thing, all of that is noise. Now, they may truly have laid up people in an organization, but it's still all noise. The fact that they lay off people does not mean that, a role or a career path is no longer worthy, right? It's no longer valuable. Early this year, do you know how many developers got laid off? In all the big tech companies that you can imagine. Did we say that all of a sudden developers are no longer needed, developers don't have any job anymore, that role is not important, go do something else with your life? No, we did not say that. It was just a situation that happened at that point in time. Doesn't mean that those people are not even employed in other organizations right now. So please, whenever you hear all of this information, don't take everything to heart, right? Fine. It's an opportunity for you to research more and figure out what you can do differently. But don't just take things hook, line, and sinker so that when you hear that one person says that, oh, the Scrum Master role is no longer relevant, you start questioning your existence and you start wondering if that is a direction that you should go. So if you're still planning to become a Scrum Master, nothing is stopping you. There are lots of Scrum Master positions out there. Why would they still be existing? I still went on LinkedIn today and there were still over 1,000 Scrum Master positions being advertised. So who is looking for these people if this job no longer exists or if this role no longer exists? So let's try to get our facts together before we start, getting all overwhelmed and getting all confused, wondering, what our next step would take. Now that we've cleared that out of the air and you are still interested in becoming a Scrum Master, I'd like to share a few things that will help you become a valuable Scrum Master. Now, when it comes to being a valuable Scrum Master, first of all, you have to understand that value is very contextual, right? It's context specific because the value you give to one person might not be the same value you give to the next organization. What one organization considers valuable might not be the same thing that another organization considers valuable. And so it's very important for you as a Scrum Master to understand what the organization that you're working for needs. Now, I get it that, Agile has so many best practices. Agile has its way of working. Agile has all of these great things that if organizations would only take the time to do the real work, they will benefit from it. But sadly, every organization is not taking, all of the best practices of Agile to improve themselves and improve the way they work so that they're able to realize the benefit, which is, delivering what your customer wants, reducing or removing waste from your system and your process, focusing on what matters, building the product that your customers love, involving your customer in the process, collaborating with them early enough. Many organizations are not doing these things. And so sometimes when things don't work out for them, they tend to blame Agile. But we know that Agile is not really the issue. We are the issue, the people. We are the issue. And sometimes we don't want to say the truth. And so we're going to blame something else. And so we say, Agile is the issue. Scrum is the issue. So therefore, the Scrum Masters are the issue. The Agile coaches are the issue. And, all of that just happens. And then it just goes down the drain from there. So for you to give value to your organization as a Scrum Master, find out what is valuable to that organization. Find out what is valuable to your team. Find out how your organization works. There are so many times that organizations have, advertised Scrum Master positions. And when you get on the job, you will not only do Scrum roles, you will do other things in addition. If that is what is valuable to that organization and you're okay with it, then by all means, do it, right? And when I say do it, I've heard a few, Scrum Masters talk about, hey, my team, even though they're trying to be agile, they're still doing all of these other things that are not agile. One thing you need to realize is that change is a process for many of these organizations. They have been working in a certain way for ages, and Agile is pretty new to them. So it's going to take them quite a bit for them to adjust. It's going to take, much time for leadership and management to truly be agile, even if they desire it. So it's one thing for us to want something. It's another thing for us to be diligent to get what we want. And even to us as human beings, as individuals, we do it. We desire to be rich. But in reality, we're not doing all the nitty gritty on a daily basis that will help us achieve our goal. For example, I would say I want to lose 20 pounds. And in order for me to lose 20 pounds, I have to exercise, eat right, and all that kind of stuff. But am I eating right every day? Am I going to the gym every day? Am I doing all of those things that will get me to my goal? Maybe not. So if you can excuse yourself as an individual, why would you not extend the same grace to the organization that you work for? So rather than you complaining all the time of all of the things that are not working well, why don't you focus and figure out okay, what is my organization trying to accomplish? And how can I help my organization get there? And really, that's how you need to think as an agile person. Now, the thing about us being, agile practitioners is that we then employ agile practices to get there. And the organizations might have other ways of working. Maybe it's the traditional practices that they are used to employing to help them get to that finish line. And even though we know that sometimes, there could be a lot of waste in the process, we need to realize that it's a journey for these organizations. It's a journey for this team. So even though we know all the things that they should be doing, we've got to walk with them so that they can match up to the realization of being truly agile so that they can realize that benefit. So for you to be a valuable Scrum Master, I want you to understand and focus your attention on what is valuable to your organization. What is your organization trying to accomplish? What is your team that you're supporting trying to accomplish? Now, once you think from that, you start thinking big picture. What are we trying to get here? You start understanding where they are going to. Now, how can we get there? That is your focus. And the way we get there is, you employing those agile practices. And in some situations, depending on the domain of work, they might go a bit hybrid and say, okay, maybe there are other practices that we have done in the past and it still works for us. If it works for us and it's not breaking anything, why should they stop it? Remember that even for the Scrum framework, we can incorporate other practices in it as long as we have and we keep, that Scrum framework and the Scrum practice itself intact. So nothing stops you from incorporating other practices that is already working for your organization. Nothing stops you. One thing I think that many of us confuse ourselves with is this, and I've seen this with many Scrum Masters. Many times, Scrum Masters are focused on making their team agile. But to what end? If your team is agile, what is it that they're trying to accomplish, right? They cannot just choose to be agile. They are trying to be agile because working in an agile way should help them achieve a specific objective. And that should also be your focus. So we're trying to achieve A. What is the best and most effective way for us to get to A? That should be how you think. And everything that you coach your team with, that you mentor them with, should be get towards that objective. So be whether we're attending daily Scrum, it should get us to that objective. Be whether we're having a sprint review, it should get to that objective. Be whether we're having a release planning, all of those things are get towards that objective. So the question you need to be asking yourself is, the practices that I'm coaching my team and telling them that they have to do, how does he help them get to the finish line? That is how I need you to think. That is how you become a valuable Scrum Master, because that's how you give true value. Because at the end of the day, these organizations, they only care about one thing, realizing that objective, because that's where they make money. So when those products, those services get into the market, that is how they make money. So every razzmatazz that we do along the way, they may not care. So you as a Scrum Master, you have to start thinking big picture. You need to start caring. You need to move your head from the depth and the details and start looking up. Where are we going to? How can we get there? What's a faster way for us to get there? What's a quicker way for us to get there? And that's where you start seeing the agile values and principles play out. But you cannot just focus on agile values and principles and think that, when you preach that gospel, your team will automatically be agile. Your team running daily Scrum every day, doing all of those rituals, does not get them to the finish line if you don't stay focused on the finish line with them. So keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the finish line and then guide your team to get there. That's how you give value to your team. That's how you give value to your organization. And that's why even if you lose one job here because you think differently, you will get another job, another place, because you know how to give value. You know how to stay focused on the finish line, and you know how to guide your team to get to that finish line. That is the difference between a Scrum Master who understands, a Scrum Master who is experienced, and a Scrum Master who is all book knowledge. And for you watching my YouTube, you know the drill. Our goal here is to help you become an exceptional Scrum Master. So for you to be exceptional, you have to give value. And one of the ways that you give value is to ensure that you are thinking big picture. You are thinking about the finish line. What is the goal and objective? You are focused on that goal and objective. And every agile practice that you introduce to your team is geared towards that finish line. And there are several practices that you can pick from. You have that toolkit that you can work with that will help you get there. So that's the question I want you to have at the back of your mind. How does this help my team achieve their goal? Because your overall objective as a Scrum Master is to make your team effective. So everything that you're doing, every practice should be geared towards that. Hopefully today's video was super fun for you and you learned something today. Don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to tell a friend about this YouTube. And if you want coaching, my coaching program starts in about 4 weeks, January 10th. So go ahead and go sign up. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.